I'm Dr. Abbie Stevens, the CoLab Studio Program Manager at the MSU Museum, and we are thrilled to welcome everyone back to the MSU Museum. This is the first time we've reopened our doors to the public after an 18-month closure for renovation. As many of you know, we continue to bring programming outside of the museum walls during this period and into spaces around campus. Thanks to the generosity of the MSU Federal Credit Union, we had a home base for our exhibitions during this period at their 311 Abbott building, allowing us to bring more MSU outreach across Grand River and into downtown East Lansing. Behind the scenes, we worked vigorously on critical facilities updates, including new heating, ventilation, air conditioning, new windows, building vapor barriers, ADA restroom upgrades, upgraded technology, and renovated gallery spaces. We then worked on installing every one of those galleries with new exhibitions and updating old favorites, as well as all new spaces to support a revamped MSU Museum experience from labs to lounges. These renovations not only ensure we're meeting national standards in our field, but they provided a rare opportunity to reinstall an entire museum, helping us bring to life an innovative vision of a truly interdisciplinary museum, which we are so proud to share with you today. On that note, I'd like to first introduce our director here at the MSU Museum, Devon Akmon. Before joining MSU as director in 2020, Devon served as the director of the Arab American National Museum and as a senior consultant with the DeVos Institute of Arts Management. He has also held positions on numerous other governing boards, advisory committees, and national grant-making review panels, and currently serves as the chair of the board for the American Alliance of Museums. Perhaps most importantly, Devon is an alum of Michigan State University, and it is here as a student where he got his very first cultural institution job at the MSU Museum. Please join me in welcoming Devon Akmon.
Well, good afternoon, and welcome back to the MSU Museum. Ooh. It's a joy to see so many colleagues, friends, and dedicated supporters gathered with us today as we reopen the building following a transformative 18-month renovation. As I reflect on the history of MSU, both as an employee of this museum and as an alum, two things, well, more than two things, but two things fill me with deep pride. The first is our land-grant mission, a commitment to access, service, and the public good. The second is the extraordinary foresight of our earliest leaders who, at the founding of this university, understood the power of a museum. They created a place to inspire curiosity, advance teaching and research, and connect the university to the wider world. It's especially striking to remember that when this museum was founded in the 19th century, there were only, at most, about 500 museums in the entire nation. Yeah. At a time when museums were rare, Michigan State chose to invest in one. Today, with more than 35,000 museums across our nation, this institution stands among those that helped define what a university museum could and should be. Now, I want you to imagine that it's 1857 when the museum first opened and the inaugural class arrived on campus. There was no modern lighting, no climate control, and certainly no advanced infrastructure. Yet there was a vision, belief, and a deep commitment to knowledge and discovery. That same spirit brings us together today as we stand in a renewed space, equipped with state-of-the-art systems to support the highest standards of collection stewardship and access. This renovation is more than an investment in a building. It's an investment in our future. The journey to renovate and reimagine the MSU Museum began at the height of the pandemic. It was a moment defined by uncertainty. But then, at that time, Provost Teresa Woodworth and Vice Provost Judith Stoddart challenged us to think boldly about the role of the museum in the life of a great public research university. They asked how it could better serve the academic community and become a model for the future. Now, this was not easy work. We navigated profound challenges, including the merger of what was then Science Gallery Detroit with the MSU Museum. And together, we began building something new. Today, that work is well underway as we bring to life a vision for a new interdisciplinary museum that serves the campus community and reaches far beyond it. The vision includes translating cutting-edge research into exhibitions and programs that invite curiosity and dialogue. It builds on our role as Michigan's first affiliate of the Smithsonian, and it is driven by an interdisciplinary mission that explores timely issues shaping our society and seeks meaningful solutions. It took a village to complete this work. I want to thank the institutional space planning and management and infrastructure planning and facilities teams, our custodial and information technology partners. Bob, if you're out there, thank you for enduring me and my pointing out every fingerprint on the glass. All the contractors and skilled tradespeople and the many, many others whose expertise and collaboration made this renovation possible. Yeah. I want to also recognize the loves of my life, the dedicated staff of the MSU Museum. Even during the renovation, you continue to work in off-site pop-up spaces. Thank you, MSUFCU. Moved collections with care and remained steadfast in your commitment to our mission. You are truly inspiring. None of this would have been possible, however, without the support and investment of our academic leadership, the MSU Board of Trustees, and the Forest Acres Trust. On behalf of the entire museum, our deepest gratitude. Please give them a round of applause. As we celebrate this reopening, we know it is not an endpoint. This is still an important work ahead, and much more will continue to evolve. We invite you to join us as we continue to explore how the MSU Museum could advance Michigan State University and serve as a vital part of the campus intellectual and cultural infrastructure. Now, finally, let us look to the future. Perhaps the museum's 200th anniversary in 2057? What will this museum look like then? That future is ours to imagine and to shape. Together, through bold collaboration and innovation, we can continue to define what an academic museum can be and how it can serve both the campus community and the world at large. Thank you.
Thank you, Devon. I am pleased to welcome our next speaker, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Laura Lee McIntyre. Provost McIntyre joined us here at MSU in August of 2025 from the University of Oregon, where she served as the Dean of the College of Education. It is an honor to have MSU be the place she has chosen to add Provost to the extensive higher education leadership titles she has held throughout her career, which have included Dean, Department Chair, Director of Graduate Studies, Research Institute Director, Member of the Faculty Senate, and University Trustee. Her accomplishments in these roles throughout her academic career are equally extensive, and at the core of everything she does, there is a clear through line of care for people and a love of learning. Here at the museum, I can say that we already feel her strong advocacy for the importance of higher education, her commitment to advancing the common good, and the joy she brings to her work and to campus. Please join me in welcoming MSU's Provost, Dr. Laura Lee McIntyre.
Thank you, Abbie. It's bright up here, but when I look out, I see what a museum should represent, and that is community. I see students, I see faculty, I see staff, I see folks from our planning and facilities, I see folks from procurement, I see deans, I see leaders, I see community members. And we're all here because we care so deeply about our mission. We care so deeply about learning, and we share an intellectual curiosity and a care for cultivating the next generation. So I appreciated that little history lesson. You know, I'm new here. I started in August, and I had a sneak peek of the museum probably about 6 weeks ago. And we were still very much in construction and renovating mode. And when I showed up today, slipping and sliding my way in the door, I was blown away at what 6 weeks can do. And then I realized, oh no, it's not 6 weeks. It is a much longer project that, of course, has involved so many critical people. And it's lovely that we have packed the house this afternoon. Thank you for that warm welcome. I really appreciate being here and celebrating the MSU Museum and its newly renovated, newly reimagined spaces. And the Reimagine Spaces is a reimagining exercise that we all do together. This reopening marks the start of an exciting and forward-thinking chapter for the MSU Museum, but dare I say it has been forward-thinking from the very beginning, from 1857. And actually, Devon, I learned a lot about, 500 museums and at that time in 1857. And of course, MSU put a museum here. Of course, we identified that this was so critical for community, for learning, for growing, and for exploration. So of course, the improved facilities here now provide the museum with a strong and sustainable foundation to pursue its bold vision as an interdisciplinary museum on the campus of a leading global public research university. The museum stands as a dynamic exemplar of how upgraded form can support upgraded function, enabling forward-thinking advances across the breadth and depth of the museum's services and programming. The renovations will enable the museum to continue to create innovative and impactful learning experiences at the intersection of the arts, sciences, cultures, and technologies. And you'll see that today as you explore. They'll also encourage new synergies, energies, and opportunities for innovation and discovery across our teaching, research, and outreach and engagement missions. As a central component of university arts and collections, the museum provides dynamic opportunities for our students to learn, sparking curiosity, inquiry, reflection, and a deeper understanding of the lived human experience over time and across societies and cultures. The museum also encourages exploration of thought and of imagination, as well as the critical consumption of information, an important skill and capacity for all students, all humans, across all disciplines to develop. As Devon's recent article in the Conversation foregrounds, museums occupy a unique space in American society. Devon explores how occupying this unique space represents an opportunity with responsibility, and also how museums can function as models of and for civil discourse, for conversation, dialogue, and deepened understanding. This is, without question, essential work for not only museums, but also for places of higher education. For MSU, this essential work is also quintessential, and quintessentially MSU, reflecting and enacting our core mission and founding values, while advancing them in innovative ways that perpetually renew both the museum's purpose and impact and the university's purpose and impact. Today, we're excited and energized by this newly renovated and, dare I say, beautiful MSU Museum. And we look forward to the myriad learning opportunities it promises to provide and the promise of community, growth, and exploration. Thank you all for being here and sharing in the joy of discovery and learning.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Provost McIntyre. Thank you, Provost McIntyre. To conclude our program, it is my privilege to welcome member of the MSU Board of Trustees, Rebecca Bahar-Cook. Trustee Bahar-Cook's university roots run deep. She's not only an alumna of MSU's College of Social Science, but she's also a parent to 2 recent graduates. She currently serves as CEO of Capital Fundraising Associates, where she consults with a wide range of nonprofit organizations and initiatives to help them strategize, develop, and execute comprehensive fundraising strategies. We are honored to have her here today. Please join me in welcoming Trustee Rebecca Bahar-Cook.
Thank you, Dr. Stevens, and thank you, Director Akmon, for inviting me to participate in today's program. I'm thrilled to be here today to celebrate the reopening of the iconic and historic MSU Museum, as is my fellow trustee, Mike Balo, who might not be in the room just yet, but will be walking in any minute. So if you see him, say hi to him as well. This museum and its collections are truly an integral part of reaching, teaching, and learning at MSU. It's exciting to learn about the innovative solutions our students are developing right here on campus with support and guidance from the MSU Museum. And it's a reminder of the kind of unique hands-on learning experiences that the museum can provide for all students. And when I say that, I am also thinking about the students off campus. My children came here when they were very young to take a look at the mastodon. I've been here recently in the last 5 years before to listen to mushrooms speak to one another. Students of all ages, right? Not just the students enrolled at our campus, but students all over the community of all ages. In 2023, students from a variety of majors developed innovative RFID, radio frequency identification technology that increased accessibility for museum visitors. It's all the more exciting to think about what will come next, thanks to all the upgrades made over the course of the last 18 months. For example, the introduction of the immersive lab and the exhibition lab, supported by a generous gift from the Forest Acres Trust, will transform student engagement within the museum, offering dedicated spaces where MSU students of all majors can actively participate in co-creating exhibitions and designing innovative visitor experiences. The reopening strengthens the MSU's museum's role as a teaching and research hub, providing new opportunities for experimental learning, collaboration, and showcasing student and faculty innovation. We all know that the MSU Museum is a cultural anchor for the region and has been for 150 years. The renovation ensures the museum can better serve diverse audiences with more accessible, inclusive, and engaging experiences. So, thank you all for being here today to celebrate. And with that, I turn it back to Abbie.
Thank you, Trustee Bahar-Cook. So today, as you explore the museum, I invite you to spend some time with Blurred Realities, our new exhibition featuring 8 works selected from an international open call that received over 250 submissions from 32 countries. These exhibits ask us to reflect on the tensions of our time: disinformation and misinformation, artificial intelligence, and our shifting perceptions of truth. Be sure as well to visit X-Ray Fish on view this year as we celebrate 25 years as Michigan's first Smithsonian affiliate. For the next 2 hours in here, legendary Detroit DJ John Collins will be playing in the Commons. I also want to acknowledge the current MSU FCU Arts Power Up Artist in Residence here today, legendary Detroit DJ Carl Craig. Before you go, we invite you to add your voice to our time capsule out in the hallway by sharing a hope for the future of the MSU Museum as we look ahead to the 200th anniversary in 2057. Thank you for being a part of this moment, and welcome back to the MSU Museum.